Angel here in this ear, devil here in this ear. Everybody knows that metaphor. And so I don't want to fool you. I don't want to present myself as somebody who is good, a saint, or perfect, or any of that stuff. Because I'm perfectly capable of some horrible things. I can be just as terrible as what you might imagine the devil to be. And I can be just as kind and warm as the love of God. It's halfway your choice and halfway my mood of the day. And I don't want there to be any illusions about that. Again, I accept my shadow. Am I dangerous? Yes. For sure, I can be. I'm certainly not harmless. But if you encounter a person who thinks that they are harmless, oh, the horrors that they can commit are mind-boggling, even to me.
The incarnation of the devil.
If we have a sensible person, they will understand that they're somewhat like the yin yang. That they have dark parts of their personality and light parts. They're not perfect. No, I have no illusions about that at all. And I'm sure I'm the devil in some of your stories. And you probably deserved it. I have the ability to be quite ugly and evil, but I'm not unfair. And I can play any role that you want me to play with great gusto. If you want me to be the villain or the hero in your story, all you need to do is describe me as such. Eventually, subconsciously, I will start to act out that role for you so that you don't become a liar and so that the story is true. I can be whatever you want me to be. Just let me know. If you tell me that I'm a piece of shit and that I'm evil, I will be an evil piece of shit for you. If you tell me that I'm strong and capable, that I can do anything, you'll be amazed at what I can do after I hear that. I don't know who I am. Neither do you, I would imagine, unless you identify with your personality and with your name and where you live and what you do for work. But I have no idea who I am. And so I rely on the opinions of other people. And if you tell me enough times, I will start to believe you. In good or bad behavior, I will start to think that that's what's expected. And I'll start giving it to you. It becomes a little bit difficult to look at this person, Mr. John, here's John, and tell him, from your point of view, who is perfect and all-wise and made up entirely of light, at the very least, better than him in some way, above him, in a position to judge, who the hell do you think you are? I'm willing to bet that you still haven't figured out a way to describe yourself as somehow completely and totally separate from everything else that's going on. You are under the spell of an absolute hallucination. Because a person is not simply their personality, trapped in a bag of skin. That he's wrong, and he should change. And what this really is a position of egoism and existing in a false reality. Because a person who thinks that they're 100% made of sunshine and rainbows is fooling themselves, and either subconsciously or consciously is lying to everyone else. You have no right whatsoever, none of you, I don't give a fuck who you are, to help anybody or give advice to anybody. But while we're here on the subject of symbols, I think we would all agree that the yin-yang sign could also be called a yin-yang symbol. What is a symbol? A symbol is a crude representation of something else, basically. And indeed, most of the concepts that we hold in our minds are symbols. I mean, if you ask somebody to draw a house who doesn't know how to draw, they will draw it the same way that all children do, with a square, 2 windows, and a chimney with smoke. Now, none of us that I can think of, or maybe you have, but I certainly haven't, have ever seen a chimney in operation. I mean, that's just antiquated. Almost nobody does that. So I don't know why that symbol has held so strongly. Take money, for instance. Money is a symbol of wealth. It's not the wealth. If you had a pure ton of gold coins in the desert with no stores around, You're not rich. So people often confuse money with wealth. And so money is just a symbol of wealth. The common symbol of God in our culture is a old man with a beard floating on a cloud who is watching us and judging us. And I just never could quite buy that. Remember the point in space? You can't have the point without the point and space. So, right there, that's your dead giveaway that you are inseparable from the entire universe. You're just pretending to be at that place and time that you call here and now, and agree to this game that we all play, that we're all somehow separate. Why? What do you mean, why? We're 5 years old. Why? Why, Mommy? Why, Mommy? It's the wrong damn question. Because it's fun. Is there a point? No. Unless we collapse again together and become the singularity, which that would be a point, wouldn't it? Doop. Would it be in space? I don't know. I'm getting confused. I'm certainly no physicist. That's a baloney occupation anyway. As far as whatever kind of physics has to deal with the start and ending of the universe or whatever, that's what we think happened. I mean, we're not even sure. How do you know what's good for them? I would be perfectly willing to bet you have no idea what's good for you. And if you get it in your head that you're going to go around helping people, and that you're right, and that your idea is the correct one, well, it's your sovereign duty to help these people. They're going to go to hell if you don't. Just one example. And so, given enough time, given enough delusion into this hallucination that you're some kind of hero, you will do anything to achieve that. Because it's for their own damn good. But don't go around helping people, and definitely don't try to save them. Save them from what? Remember, no good deed goes unpunished. And heaven only knows the atrocities that have been committed in the name of God. And it has been well said for centuries that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Everything here is going to hell in a handbasket, you know it is. Now, in general, to be fair, I'm nothing. I'm mostly empty space. Atoms are like 99% empty space or something. So anyway, in general, I'm not really anything. Really. But I'm also not a negative person, so don't take me like that. I'm actually quite an optimist, but I'm also a realist. As the story goes, if you could only just accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Just between us, as friends, I think Jesus, if he knew what had become of his teachings, would be perfectly pissed. There is absolutely no way that the original message has been preserved. There's no way. It's my opinion, not that it's correct or important, that Jesus was a Buddha. He was an awakened being. He knew he was God, and they killed him for it. You know, if we look at the original Aramaic in the Bible before it was translated by King James, Jesus does not say, I am the Son of God. He says, I am a Son of God. There's also a passage, they were getting ready to stone him for blasphemy, and he says, have I not said that ye are all gods? We are all the Father in the flesh. Then you could achieve salvation, which is basically the same thing as enlightenment, supreme peace, heaven, whatever you want to call it. The method of getting it is a little different. I don't want that. God, I don't want that. Please, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ of Dios, God, whoever's listening. I don't want that. I am not that damn important. I hope this personality is shredded to bits and dust when it's done. I don't want everlasting life. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I simply don't want it. Do I only have the two options of everlasting life and everlasting hell? And as far as enlightenment, nirvana, if that is as described, hell, I don't want that either. How boring. It'd be fun for like the first 5 minutes.